Welcome back to Bored to Death, the podcast that's coming from Glasgow, which is finally warming up in temperature this week.
Yeah.
Finally.
Have you guys been out skating a wee bit more?
Yeah, we went to Porty yesterday for the first
Oh,
time. Well, it was
cool.
my first time there. It was,
Cool.
Yeah,
it
I've
was
been
really
there
nice.
too,
Yeah,
So hot. I
next
was like,
week's to be even better.
nearly
Rural-
gave myself heat stroke, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't drink nearly enough.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere yesterday. Like, it was just like normal, and then yesterday was like, wow, this is like hot. Like, being outside was hot.
We were all like shiny in the sweat.
So this week we have Hugh, Jake, and Evan here.
Yo.
All first timers. We love to see it. So what we'll do, just like every other episode, is we'll just kind of go back to where it all began for you guys individually with your skate journey.
Mm-hmm.
You, do you want to go first? Do you remember getting your first skateboard or just?
Yeah. Well, I say getting. It's kind of I found it in a bush.
Okay.
And yeah, I just found it in a bush, and then I'd go occasionally, and I'd go with one other mate who also found another one in the bush, and then it was just lived in my shed for like a year, and then one of my mates met a girl who said she started skating, even though that was just a lie. so he started going to try and impress her, and I just kind of tagged along, and I just kept going, and then he gave up, but I stuck with it, and then I made some other friends that were more into it, and then I moved to Glasgow, and that's where it properly started.
So where are you from?
From a little village called Ensham. It's like near Oxford.
Oh, okay, that's cool. And you just moved to Glasgow for uni?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's very tight. There's only like 3,000 people that live
Middle
there.
of nowhere,
so,
mate.
yeah, middle of nowhere.
So only 3,000 people in the town? Small. Small.
Boring as fuck.
Did you even have a local?
We did actually. It was like pretty well made considering it was just like in this tiny village. Like people from the town, like from Oxford, would come to skate there, but there was normally just scooter kids there. There's people there who go after school, so there wasn't many good skaters. Sometimes there'd be one day where there'd be a really good one, but
Yeah.
that was it.
When I visited UK vert legend Sean Goff, Todd Twist was there.
I didn't know who he was. He was just like this guy who he made like an Instagram post, and he was chatting shit about one of my mates because they went there and just talked about Supreme and gaming the whole time.
Oh my God. Jake, what about you? Same question. Do you remember your first board or how you got into it?
I remember my first board. I think it may have been a birdhouse deck actually. It was a complete. I do admit that. But I got into it around the start of the first lockdown. I was just extremely fucking bored, to be honest, mate.
Bored to death.
Yeah, bored to death. exactly, bored to death. So I picked it up. I thought it looked cool. I saw like YouTube videos. I saw like compilations of people skating. Hall of Meat. It sounds kind of counterintuitive, but I remember watching Hall of Meat. I was like, that looks scary, but it looks fun. So, but yeah, I got into skating. I think a few of my mates skated at my local skate park, but I didn't really skate there until a couple months after I started skateboarding. So I was just like grinding it out in my garage. No, not my garage, in my driveway. Just trying to learn the basics, really like push the basics into my skating.
Yeah, no, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. So did you just learn because it was in lockdown, obviously there wouldn't have been a lot of people out in parks or spots, so did you just learn from like YouTube tutorials and things? Yeah.
YouTube, there's some credit where it's due. Aaron Cairo, he might not be the most liked skateboarder in the world, but he definitely did help me with some of the basics.
I had a braille phase as well.
Yeah,
I admit it.
yeah, the braille phase is always going to be a thing, but I remember my first time actually going to my local skate park was actually quite an interesting experience because I was very hyped up. I was so ready to go. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna absolutely destroy these ramps. I'm gonna have such a good time. We're just gonna go and skate. And I remember 10 minutes into actually getting to the park, and I was trying to go down this like massive roll-in.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the biggest roll-in in the park, and I was just gonna go down it and go up this box. I managed to go down this roll-in, and instead of going up the box, I managed to go into it head first, and I ended up knocking myself out, like fully for like 10 seconds. I was completely knocked out. I remember the next day, my right eye was just swollen over.
My God.
Like, because my, like, it was just so, yeah, that sucked. But
Did you wear a helmet today?
no. No. Yeah, my dad highly recommended it, but no, I didn't.
It's because you're watching too much Hall of Meat.
No, I'm just too cool for a helmet, bro.
Evan, what about you, last but not least?
So I used to BMX, so I was like at the park a lot anyway, because I was BMXing. Like there wasn't many people in my town that did it, so like there wasn't always someone to ride with. And like my brother skates. He was living in Australia, so I like really wanted to learn to kickflip for him coming home. Yeah, he's pretty good. I was like really excited to like show him, so I was like obsessed. Like, I was just like constantly on everyone's board at the park. I was like, oh, please go have a go, please go have a go. I was like that guy. And I like learned to kickflip for him coming home, so I just like showed him, and then I was like, it kind of felt a bit anticlimactic when I did it. And I kept skating because it was really fun. And there's like always someone to ride with or skate with.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's another good point. So, you guys are all part or big members of the Glasgow Skates. You Glasgow Uni Skates
Yes,
Society.
the Glasgow Skates Society. Yes.
So you got Glasgow Skates. Guessing that's getting cut.
The other thing is that you are all English, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did you all meet just by chance at uni?
Yeah, purely
It's
chance.
just a coincidence you're all English.
Yeah.
We all happen to be like relatively near each other.
Oh yeah, I mean we were like basically
like
an
hour
hour away from each other.
But like we didn't know each other before or anything.
Ah, in England.
Yeah,
in
that's
England.
Weird.
Yeah, it's really weird how it works. But we've got to thank Kelvin Grove Park for us all meeting.
KG.
Yeah, KG.
KG locals.
Big up KG.
You've met in Kelvin Grove.
Yeah.
When I first went to Kelvin Grove, I thought Jake was a local because he's ginger. So I just assumed.
I actually like met Hugh. I like saw him like across the road carrying a skateboard. And I didn't know anyone skate with him. And I like ran across the road. I was like, "Hi!" Like, really like awkwardly asked for his
He had like a
Snapchat
fat
skate with
hickey
him.
on him as well. I was like, what is this? And I'm that as well.
And then, just out of curiosity, what do you all study?
I'm doing computer science.
I study history.
Zoology.
Wow.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, they're all pretty
Mix,
cool.
yeah.
So how did the club start? Like, where did it come from? Whose
I think
idea?
credit to Evan. It was definitely his idea.
Like when I just like we started a Snapchat group chat when I like
cool.
crossed the road that time. And, like met him then, and just like slowly added people, and kind of went from there, I guess.
Yeah.
But like now, like we've kind of like not really done anything in ages. Like we've kind of got like 5 members, so like we're a little bit on the back burner right now.
We're definitely just like leeching off Strath right now. Like the Strathclyde Skate Society have done a lot this year.
Pretty,
It's just better fun, dude.
Shout out to Thomas Jarvie and Oscar and everyone in that team.
They're pretty professional with it. They've organised a trip to Barcelona.
Yeah.
We're tagging along on
6th of June. 6th of June. Going to Barca. It's really sick.
Well, there's room for everyone. So do you have to go to Glasgow Uni to join?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, we really like. I don't know if officially. They say like 20% has to not like that's the maximum, but it doesn't really matter. Like we're not gonna tell them that. Well, off the record, obviously.
And then with obviously summer coming up, do you have any plans for the club?
Not for the. Well, there's obviously the Barcelona trip, but I think that'll kind of just be on hold because you guys will be back home, and I'm going to be in America for like all of summer. I'm like working in a summer camp teaching skating, so not much. Yeah, bit scary.
Good though. Yeah. Where is it? What state?
It's in Connecticut.
Oh wow, that's one of the states I've actually been to.
What'd you do when you went?
Oh no, I was just on a family holiday.
Oh,
I didn't skate. I didn't nothing like that. It was just literally a family holiday, but it's a nice state. Well, I mean, I guess the area I went to was nice. You could say the same about most places. So what about the people that are in the club? Is it like a total mix of like boys, girls, non-binary people, just like a total mix of everyone?
Open to everyone.
Yeah.
There's like we don't discriminate. There's no discrimination. Anyone can skate.
Yeah, the only thing that matters is like, do you like skating? Basically, it's the only thing that matters.
As long as you're passionate about it.
Like, people just come along kind of just to hang out as well. Like, there's a lot of people who aren't like. There's some people who just all they want to do is skate. Like, there's not much talking. It's just all skating. and there's some people who kind of just like chill out and like socialize as well.
Yeah, yeah. And where do you meet the most? KG?
It depends on the time of year. Like in winter, obviously not KG that much because shit.
Yeah.
So normally go to Loading Bay on Wednesdays and
Yeah.
just stay there until 10 till close. And then we'll end up going to broadcast, which I'm not the biggest fan of broadcast. I used to go every day in freshers. Well, not freshers, in first year. So I'm so fed up with it.
Fresh as Hugh.
But yeah, I put up with it. And there's karaoke at least or something.
What other parks or spots then are your favourites?
Art galleries definitely is one of them.
Art galleries, I've only started going.
Yeah,
I'm loving
recently.
it recently. It's hella fun.
Is it
I like that.
not a bit intimidating at art galleries, do you not think?
Sometimes.
Okay, fair enough, honest.
Sometimes, like... Actually, nah. I was going to say something, I was like, that's just not true. When there's like a group of people, like not skaters, just like tourists, because they're going to like look into the art gallery, you're kind of like... I don't want to get in their way. I don't want to accidentally slip out and just like take out one of these like poor old ladies. But yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it's too intimidating.
It's kind of like being watched when you're like by strangers when you're skating. It's like if you
skating
skate
at
at
South
South
Bank,
Bank, it's like everyone just lines up and watches. And at first, like if I don't like it at all, I'm like, oh god, and everyone's like judging me. But then eventually, I kind of feel it, and I like enjoying it a bit like in a different way. It feels like a bit of a show, like dance monkey.
So, what age were you guys all when you started skateboarding?
Ooh,
I think it's 17.
I think 16.
I think it's 17, 17.
I think we were around the same age.
Yeah.
And then what are you now? All like early 20s?
20.
I'm about to turn 21.
Had my birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, happy
Special
birthday.
That's why I went sporty.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
fellow Gemini.
Yeah.
Oh, another Gemini as well.
Yeah, they're good people, but I feel like they get the worst rep.
Whenever someone asks me what star sign I am, when I say Gemini, I always get the
Yeah.
Cool to hate Geminis.
Yeah, Geminis or Scorpios, I feel like always get that. Always get that bad
hate
rep.
us because they hate us.
Wait.
But if someone came up to you guys and they're like I've seen you guys on Instagram, for example, I want to get into skating, I don't know where to start, what's the best advice you could give to them at that point?
We've had that quite a bit. We've had quite a few people come up to us and say that. So
literally,
we literally had it
a couple
2
days
days ago.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So like it depends like where they live, like because the person that came up to us lives on the east side, so it's kind of hard to recommend KG because it's so out of the way for them. But like if they live near KG, just chilling out there and just go up and talk to people. Like it seems scary, but it's just like they're like the skaters who are really good. Like it's just their passion. Like they just want to share that love with everyone. That they want to teach you basically.
Yeah.
See, I think my main piece of advice would just be to try and integrate yourself as much as possible with the local skaters, because as you said, they're all passionate. Like no one's gonna give you any shit for anything. They're just gonna be there to help. Like, they will just want to help. If you ask them for advice, there's gonna be someone that will want to give you advice in places like Kelvin Grove or the Loading Bay. Or even any DIY really. Like you go anywhere with skaters,
quite a lot of
you go
skate
talk
spots
to
in
them.
Glasgow.
Like you've obviously like you want to skate. You've got something in common, and I think that's the main thing with skateboarding. Everyone's got something in common, so you've got something to get on with. Yeah.
It's just that like physically going up to someone.
Yeah, no, that is the worst
still
part
for me. Like even at the age I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't think it ever gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just I'm like so like good at just like standing quietly.
You would just stand
like,
quietly.
give people like a kind of smile like that, or like tap my
white
board.
person smile.
But, like as soon as I like spoken to someone a bit, I'm fine with it. But it's just like the initial thing is kind of hard. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I think it's
It's
hard.
easier said than done. Definitely.
that's like
1000%. Yeah.
kind of the reason we started the skate society is because like coming to Glasgow, like moving from wherever you are and like not having anyone to skate with, it kind of sucks. Like you don't like because you have all your homies, so you have to like start again. And I wanted it to like be like a thing where you can just like it's just like a really easy way to meet a group to skate with, and like nice to have it like inclusive to everyone. But like we kind of like have stopped doing it a bit and fallen off. We'll get
Just
back.
got too carried
next
away
year.
with the skating part, basically.
Yeah.
Forget to invite, put it
And
on.
another advice for beginners is consistency's key. Just like keep at it.
Yeah, big one.
I kept wanting to say that, but I couldn't think of a good time. I just had to say it.
I've been thinking of saying this. When you asked about what parks we like, I really like Arches. I've not been in ages. I haven't been.
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Arches is so fun though. It's
Can't remember the last
Very
time I was there.
weather
and
dependent.
go soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good.
Tomorrow. Go today.
I think
Today, yeah. We have to-
aesthetically pleasing. It's like the nicest. I remember.
They keep doing work on it as well.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever saw the Arches and like in photos. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I wish they had somewhere like that in Glasgow. And it wasn't until like honestly maybe like months later, like I'm sure there was like people I knew commenting on like a picture of the same place. This was years ago, and I was like, oh my god, that is in Glasgow. it looked like American or something. I was just so shocked when I found out it was Scottish. But no, there's a good choice of places to go in here. What's your guys' views on Kingston?
Right, during the winter it's extremely clutch. Just having somewhere
free.
Somewhere outdoors that's still undercover from the elements is really good.
The ground needs doing though. The ground is terrible.
Honestly, I think
it's not too. I think that's
it just
being a
adds
bit harsh.
personality. It just adds personality to the spot. I think it is a DIY by nature, so it's not gonna be perfect.
I've had a few skates where I've gone there and I've been all like timid and not done anything. But then I've had a couple of skates where I go in and I just have like going with the best mindset. And
It's
I have
kind of
such
like
a good
going,
time.
you like have to get into the mood for it. It takes a bit of warming up.
If I ever come into money, I would give the guys at Kingston that I love the money.
Oh,
to
yeah.
place up.
They have the heart.
Yeah,
they deserve it really.
Yeah, I just think like I know we're in like a fucking cost of living crisis and everything, but like that place has just got so much potential, and it's for something so recent. It's kind of already like iconic in Glasgow.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
Kingston. Because I'm sure it was only like the very start of 2020 or 2019, like it started getting up.
Oh my god, I remember this was actually the start of first year. This is after so I'd only just met Evan at this point. But I remember it was one of your mates. Was it one of your mates but from back home?
Yeah.
So we'd gone out to look for Kingston. Like we were still very new to Glasgow. Had we been skating somewhere else before?
It was like the lead up to like the fake SB jam at Kingston.
Yeah.
And we didn't even think to put Kingston DIY into Google Maps. We just thought we'd walk along the bridge. And we knew it was under.
So we ended up searching for like 2 hours, just like going up and down, and then we suddenly come to the realization that we're probably about a mile down the Clyde and also on the wrong side. So,
oh my god,
yeah, it was.
We did not find it.
We did not find it.
Ended up just asking people at the skate park, and they told us.
Kind of an embarrassing story, but it's funny.
Yeah. Since I guess since you guys have all came together, started skating more, the club started. This was a question I asked the guests on the last episode, and I loved the answer so much that I'm going to do it again. Do you think that skating has affected other parts of your lifestyle, like your fashion sense and your music taste comes or has been influenced by skating?
I think I've discovered a lot of new music from skate videos I've watched.
Yeah.
I like listen to something like, oh my god, that's so good, and then I'll check out the album and like obviously
That's
the rest of the album,
that's
just
how it
similar
works.
kind of music. So I really like finding new music through skate. But sometimes I don't know if you know Gifted Hater, but he had an interesting song on his street part. But sometimes there's really good songs. But my fashion sense is kind of all over the place. I don't really. The other day, well, I'm not wearing them right now, but I have shoes that are like odd colours, and
Cool.
they're both Adidas Superstars, and I bought them separately.
But as in, you bought them singularly?
Oh no!
Oh, right, two different pairs of shoes.
Yeah, two
I was
different
like,
pairs
who's
of
selling
shoes.
one shoe?
They're like one solid like turquoise and one solid yellow, and I just look like a Skater XL fit.
Yeah,
But,
no, they're good colours. Good colours together.
They're interesting. I got a lot of comments on it, not necessarily good ones. Well, I don't care. I get you to answer it. I don't.
Definitely, skating definitely affected what I wear. I mean, I never really liked any sort of like skinny fitting clothes anyway. They just really annoy me.
Skinny jeans.
So you're Gen Z.
Zoomer.
It's showing.
Sat around the table.
No, I actually I used to wear a lot of my dad's stuff growing up. Like I just like I have this old pair of Levi's that he's had since the 90s. I still wear them. I love them. But skating definitely I definitely dress more for kind of comfort than for style a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Just because it's easier to move around and bag your clothes. All my clothes, like all my jeans, are stained as well. Really, it's hard to get out. But I think one of the definitely one of the biggest trends that I have from skateboarding is just having holes everywhere in my shoes. Just like I remember I had a pair of shoes. This was at the start of this semester, so it was probably around start of January time. But I had a pair of shoes that I'd been wearing for about 5 months, and they gone to a point where they had holes in the soles. Like if I didn't like double sock, I'd be touching the concrete whilst I skated. So, but yeah, like I think I just go around looking more homeless than usual. Really, like if I had not taken up skateboarding.
Yeah.
I think it's like affected me pretty similar. Like the same with what Hugh's saying about finding music from skate videos.
Mm-hmm.
And like my clothes, I guess, like when I was BMXer, like all my clips that I've got of me BMXing, I've got the skinny jeans. But I feel like it's just kind of general fashion has like sort of moved in that way as well. So I wonder, like,
definitely,
because I feel like I was, if I didn't start skating, I'm sure it probably would have, like, been similar.
I was sad when I had to let the skinny jeans go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was only last summer.
I feel like it's still fair game to wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, always just black, but I just wore them and just never stopped wearing them.
Mm-hmm.
But then went the opposite. Then I bought like super baggy ones, and I just like wonder why I wasted any time with skinny jeans. Like the comfort level is like beyond.
Honestly, mate, it's actually mind blowing once you actually do the transition's the main part, and it's the part people find hardest. But once you've done it, it's just you can't go back.
I agree.
Can't go back,
yeah. I don't know. Even like if I 5 years ago saw a picture of me now wearing them, like I think I'd look like a fucking yoga teacher or something. Not because of the fabric, obviously, because they're jeans, but they are like
just like it's like
spray on.
Yeah,
it's massive.
Is it gonna go like back around? Is it gonna go in a loop? I
refuse.
I think we just now or everyone's in this like kind of Y2K vibe, and I think that will die out. And I personally think the next vibe to come back will be like the 2007-8 indie kind of vibe.
Yeah,
so
like
skinny jeans,
ahead of the curve.
like dark clothes as well. Like,
all that kind of vibe. Like, I mean, what age was I? I think I was probably like 15 or 16 at that point, and it was 5. Like, yeah, I
don't really remember.
But like, every band was like this something. Like all these British bands, it was like the Cooks, the Fratellis, Franz Ferdinand, Amy Winehouse was big. Pete Doherty was going out with Kate Moss.
The Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys. It was all very kind of festival vibes. Skins had just started on TV.
Oh god, Skins, of course.
It was a very like. I think that whole revival will be next because.
Oh my god, how many people do you reckon started skating just because of Freddie and Skins? Like,
see, there's an age thing again. He was like in it after I stopped watching.
Yeah.
Mines were like the original cast.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely the best bit.
I've not watched any Skins.
I've not watched any Skins. Just put off by the fact that everyone like bases their life off it.
There's a lot of those people.
It's true. Back at the time, like anytime you were at a house party, you were like, oh, it's like Skins.
Oh my god, guys, it's like a movie. We're like a movie. Oh my god.
Speaking of music coming from skate videos, share some artists with me or songs that you've heard in skate clips. You've just, as you said, just like went right in on that artist and then like listened to some tracks.
There's one of my favorite skate videos is Death Wish Uncrossed, and the first part is Taylor Kirby's, and it's Would You Believe by Roxy Music, and that really got me into Roxy Music.
I like Roxy Music.
Yeah. That I was obsessed with that song for so long. Oh, and I can't believe I didn't mention this one first. There was a phase where I was obsessed with this like skating group from Italy, like from Milan. Like, have you heard of Rat Rat's crew? Like Rat Rat 6.
Rat Rat 6 is the sick video. It's not a crew. Just he only watched Rat Rat 6.
Multiple times a day. Yeah, for months.
The song.
So there was, I think it was like 5 songs, but the first 2 songs, Freed from Desire and
Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, Wuthering Heights. And I was so obsessed.
Yeah, they're 2 very different songs.
It's me,
Yeah, they're very different songs.
I was so obsessed.
I got I didn't get into like the rest of this artist stuff, but I got so obsessed with like in T-Funk's part, or one of his parts last year, that like the last song he's got is My Life by Jim Ford, and I was just like thought it was so cool. Like the part is so amazing, and I was just like I was listening to that like a disgusting amount after watching that.
Did you think you didn't get into the artist though?
No, I just like I didn't even think to do that. I just like it made me think of like the tricks he was doing, and it just got me hyped to skate even if I wasn't watching it.
Yeah. And what about music in general? Who are you loving just now? This is one of my like favourite things of this podcast, is the amount of new artists I've discovered.
At the moment, I'm in a massive Smashing Pumpkins phase. I've always kind of liked them, but at the moment, I'm really in Smashing Pumpkins.
Good music.
I've got these 2. Well, Jake was already a fan, but I got Evan into them.
I'm like huge. I really like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I'm like pretty addicted to them at the moment.
We went to see them in London like last month. 2 nights in a row. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I went to a concert 2 nights in a row last month in London.
Oh yeah. Who was it you went to see?
wasn't the Giz.
No, it was Avril Lavigne.
Oh. The only one I know is Skater Boy.
The only Avril Lavigne song you know is Skater Boy.
I probably know more. That's the only
one.
When I think of is it Avril?
Yes,
yeah.
Avril.
Yeah.
Get out.
Outside. No, I'll send you some songs. But no, yeah, music's good. Music's good just now. I'm just happy like concerts are back. Like after
we've gotten into gigs quite a lot recently.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. They'll always be great. It's just the ticket prices these days is just crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
I know like older people always say it about everything, whether it's like shopping or holidays or music or clothes. It's just, oh, it's so expensive now, but ticket prices is literally insane.
Yeah,
like it's insane now. Just to get like, I remember going and seeing bands or artists when I was a teenager, and I remember some of the tickets are like £13-14.
You're gonna get stressed.
Yeah. any like gig at the SECC before they opened the Hydro was always like £29-30, and now like I think the last tickets I got for the Hydro would have been like Paramore the other month, and they were maybe like 70, and I'm going to see Blink 182 in September, and they were 95.
Fuck,
just to stand.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was just like going right
To
straight
just
away.
stand.
That's mad.
No like early entry, VIP, nothing. Just like to stand.
That's insane.
We went to watch the OCs the other day, and that was 30 quid.
Cool.
But they're like
That's a good
like,
price.
yeah, that was pretty.
That was a really
pretty
good gig. Yeah, it was really fun.
Got fucking concussed there though.
Concussed.
I've been swearing the whole time, but we can swear. Yeah. A bit late to
Drop the
ask.
C-bomb. Ask for permission.
I'll say dickhead. Some dickhead was just throwing his elbows about all over the place, and like it was at head height, and he just hit me square in the temple. Like it's still a bit bruised now, but I like couldn't read for a couple of days.
Bloody hell.
Are you sure that isn't just you?
And I did like this fat. Well, remember the hill bomb I did?
Yes.
Whilst I had a concussion.
Yeah, no, right. This is once again.
Made it a lot
You are
worse.
just stupid. You are, like, there is no other way to put it. You are just a stupid man. I told you not to bring your fucking skateboard out that day because I knew you'd want to skate anyway, and you proved me right. We'd come down to go down the hill into Kelvin Grove skate, like to get to the skate park, and he was just going to chill that day. But
I wasn't going to skate.
But he chose to try and bomb the dodgiest hill in Kelvin Grove skate park. Like
that wasn't in the skate park.
When I say this shit was dodgy, like it was curved. The ground looked like hadn't been surfaced in about 200 years, and there were multiple like fat bumps. It just looked like
and it was so steep.
It looked like the earth's just been trying to escape underneath it. Just be big bumps and cracks everywhere, and there was no runway either. Like this path just like went straight into the side of this hill. Like
it went into the grass.
It went into the grass. So this man decides to try and bomb it. Gets all the way down, has nowhere to go. Obviously, I don't know if he was shocked whether you had anywhere like not to go, or not. Like I don't know what you were thinking, but he just barrels down this hill. Like he goes sliding for about 10 meters.
Jeez.
You know the bit where like everyone sits, like the sunny bit? I went down like at least 3/4 of that, just sliding. There was like girls screaming around me. They were just like zooming past them.
Yeah, they were screaming because it looked like you broke your neck. You did like 5 cartwheels before you landed.
Hi, Mum.
So skate-wise, what do you guys want to do this summer? What would you like to achieve this summer?
I've like every year I've like made like a progression edit. So I've got like my 3 years coming up, so I want to get some clips for that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things at the moment.
You started that like the first year you started properly skating. Oh, that's so cool to have.
Yeah. I like because I was like so happy with my first year's progression.
Yeah.
It's an insane edit for one year of skating.
Is
like trays a 2 flat 2.
Yeah, it's insane.
I like was like really obsessed with it. Like all I did was skate for a really long time. So I like had it was like in the 3rd lockdown when my brother was home. He like would just drive us to like a bunch of different parks, and all of his friends are like really crazy at skating. Like he like I don't know like if you know like the Forecast guys in like they're like in Bristol. I live like near Bristol and like Bath, so I like skate like parks in there, and so it's super cool. Like really like good progression there because just like so many crazy people to skate with.
Any specific trick you want to get this summer?
Big flip would be really cool.
Big flip. Maybe I like I like do inverts, which is like a hand plant. You like grab indie and like go up on the ramp and like go on your hand. But there's like one if you grab melon, it's called an Andrex, and like apparently it feels like you like really do a flip and. But like it kind of looks like a little bit similar if you don't know there's a difference. But I've like wanted to do them the whole time. I've just been too scared. So maybe I'll give a bit of time to them, get an Andrex down.
What about you guys?
Definitely tray flips for me. I mean, I'm definitely not the best at flip tricks in general. I just need to work on more flat ground. But that's the problem. I always go to the skate park and I always want to skate the obstacles. So I just kind of neglect my flat ground a bit. But tray flips would be really fucking nice to have on lock. Just be able to like send a tray flip down the KG force. That would be really cool.
And then you've got to do it in another country, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It's easy to say now what I want to learn, but I think when I go there, just seeing like a completely different skate scene, it's like, no offense to Scotland, on a completely different level.
Yeah.
Like people are
cool.
Less of that, mate.
So is it like a specific skate camp?
So I'm at the actual camp for 2 months, and then I get 30 days after to travel. I'm going to go along the East Coast and skate all the cities. But the actual camp, it's kind of like a camp where they have a bunch of stuff. Like there's just every activity you can think of, kind of thing. And the kids, I don't really fully understand. I haven't really looked in. I should probably look into it. But basically, they can just pick and choose what they want to do. So I think I'll just be like teaching young kids like how to start skating. There won't be like.
That's so cool though. That is so cool. You've actually got the power to like not change someone's life, but influence it.
It'd be so cool to be like an influence on that many people. I hope I get like a couple of them into skating, get a couple of young prodigies going. Yeah, that'd be really cool. But I'm basically going to be their dad for a couple months. I'm their counselor as well, so I'm like in the cabin with them. So I have to like put them all to bed.
Oh God.
Yeah, it would be for me.
Tread carefully, guys.
Something I did last season on the podcast that I want to bring back, just because, as I said earlier, with music, it's just been one of my favourite parts. What is your song of the day? And by song of the day, just a song that you want to share with people, and we add it to our Spotify playlist.
Oh,
no pressure.
You guys go first.
Pretty like hyped on there's a new like Gears album coming out. They've like got one of the songs out. It's called Gila Monster. Okay. It's like pretty hyped. Like they do like a huge range of music, and like this one's like a bit of a heavier one, so it just gets me like hyped up. Like
it gives me Metallica vibes, you know. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool.
Bombast by The Fall. That's mine.
I mean, currently I've just been really getting back into Nas, I think. So Represents a very good song. I've used it for one of my reels recently, but...
Are you going to see him?
No. I
think
that's
just in time for us evenings.
Yeah, our group chat, we're all discussing it, but the tickets were just, I was like...
I didn't even think about it.
I think they were like 80.
80.
I'm sure
I still definitely would spend the 80 if I was here.
It's so hard because that is just like an insane amount of money. But like
it's so much just to, as you said, stand.
I've got a gig coming up. It's Tenacious D.
Yeah,
really?
And I'm so hyped.
In Glasgow?
In London.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it's like that was 60 quid. It's like a lot. It's like
average, isn't it? No. I think I'll pick because I got into it recently. Don't even think any of you were born when it came out. Incubus. Wish You Were Here.
I like Incubus.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah,
cool. I'm happy. But yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to plug?
Oh, my brother asked for me to shout him out, so shout out Dylan O'Neill.
Okay.
Oh, and I get a tenner if I say it. Nothing bad. Just some girl scratched me with nails and it felt good.
Okay.
You're definitely gonna get a message. Please, can you cut that bit out?
Fair enough. Any of you want to plug anything? The floor is yours. The camera is yours.
See, I would plug the Insta, but I'd feel a bit. It'd be a bit.
I think it gets plugged anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, my mate Morgan. His Instagram handle is introspective, but he's just like recently got onto the drum and bass scene, and he's like trying to MC. So I think he's got his first set on the 30th, I think. But yeah, just shout out to him, I guess.
Cool.
He's doing some cool shit.
We'll get it plugged. I'm going to say thanks again to Doric Skateboards for collabing with us, and our t-shirt and hoodies are out now. The link's in the Instagram page. But yeah, keep going. We'll be back next week for more summer shenanigans. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
It's been nice to meet you guys and talk.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
Shout out Mum and Dad. I love you, Mum and Dad.
Love you, Mum and Dad.